welcome back everybody to our third and final matchup of the night where we're going to be going back to the Challenger League where we have our very own regional dictator himself, Rockerman, going up against the Bishops, and I'm joined here with Biscuit.
Yep. Uh, hey, Bagels, how you doing tonight, man?
It could be better, but it's about to get a whole lot more interesting because Greenglow just redeemed full series caster bias against the Bishops.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't need bias anyway, let's be honest. We knew the Bishops were going to lose anyway.
Oh, yikes.
I'm warming up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Bishops have had a tough road. They've played a lot of tough series, I will say, and just haven't been able to come out on the winning end of them. And they really missed out on another opportunity on Monday against the Papayas. And I believe this is do or die from them. If they lose here, they are out of playoff contention, and your three teams in the East will be Ascension, Flame, and the Wraiths. So this is do or die for them, I believe.
It, no, it's not do or die. Their conference actually has their, holding. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, you said hold. So they're actually in their conference tied with Dissolved right now at 4-9 for the third slot in the Western Conference. So the Bishops, it's not quite do or die yet. It would be a big win. I don't know if Dissolved has played today or if they play Saturday off the top of my head because it seems like everyone that should play today is playing Saturday. But Dissolved did win today. I've checked, so it is important that they win now and don't go down a game behind Dissolved.
Yeah, I did make a mistake. It was the Papayas I was thinking of. The Papayas are in the East, Bishops are in the West. But nonetheless, an important game here, and if they are able to upset Ascension, I mean that's going to be a big confidence booster for them. And I mean, I saw Spork on Monday. I mean, technically the series hasn't started yet, so I don't have to start rail on him quite yet. But Spork was looking pretty good. They made a questionable sub in with Blazing Dragon, and it didn't quite go too well for them in that last game. They kind of got clapped 7-2, I think.
Oof.
And I don't know. I'm just looking at them to try and bounce back here before we have to start shit talking them.
Yeah, before we have to lay the hammer really down and let them know they're bad.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good match, though. I think it all leans at the end of the day for Ascension. I think everything just leans on how Green Glow wants to show up. Not saying Rockerman, Reed, or Alpha, whoever's in, aren't good players, but Green Glow just being the phenomenal challenger player he is, and just kind of top of the league, that division for sure as a player. If he shows up and he's playing well, there's not many challenger teams that are going to get through that team.
Yeah, and this could be Ascension's season potentially. They're gonna have to go through a lot of tough opponents once playoffs does roll around, but as far as their regular season record, they are looking pretty good, and Rockerman playing pretty well this season, and he has Green Glow with him, and Reed as well. And I don't know, you think this is the season for Rockerman?
For him to get a legit tag,
Yeah, legit tag.
yeah. I think there's a high chance. I think they are a team to beat at this point, and that's really weird to say. I know the caster bot is supposed to be against Bishops, but it's really weird to say that Rockerman's on a team to beat. But Ascension's definitely a top 3 challenger team and number 1 challenger team on their good days by far. So they're definitely a team to beat, and they're a team that could definitely go on and win everything. But we did just see Flame against Drakes, and that Flame team, oof, I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're
It's hard to vote
look,
against that.
looking just as dangerous as they were last season, almost taking y'all out. But
They
all the
almost did.
players are in the lobby. We're just waiting for them to join on up here. I don't know if C Money wants to give the go ahead or if he wants me to, but I'm gonna assume there it is.
There she
And
goes.
the teams will get up on in here, and we'll have to see. I mean, if Ascension manages to lose this, I'm gonna be very surprised, and that's not gonna be a good sign going into the final weeks here. I mean, their playoff spot is basically all but locked up, but at least for confidence against teams like Flame or the Race. I know Rockerman's been talking a lot of crap about the Race. He says they're not that good, but Their record would say otherwise. And I don't know if you got a stake in it, but I think the Drakes seem like they could compete themselves at times.
The Drakes definitely can compete at times, but sometimes they get flustered. But yeah, definitely this challenger, just whole challenger league this season and stuff, it's really hard to call. You don't have a team that's completely really dominant, even top to bottom. So any team can win any day, it feels like, in challenger this season, which is nice to see for a competitive aspect.
Yeah, as an opportunity almost coming out for the Bishops, but they
Dang, they
just
suck.
cannot find the accuracy. They couldn't quite get that one onto net, and Ascension panicking a lot actually. An interesting decision. They subbed out Blazing in the final game of the series on Monday, but they're starting him off here in the starter spot. So questionable decision there. We'll have to see how it works out for him. As Ascension, this whole first minute and 10 seconds, they've been stuck on their half as they're finally trying to break out now. And I mean, I don't know if you know much about Blazing over the Wolfie here, but you think that's a good move?
Well, apparently, I actually spoke to Wolfie in a VC right before joining here, and he's apparently slumping and sucks butt. For our child viewers, I'll keep it at butt. And so Blazing's the better option because he's in a massive slump apparently, which is really concerning considering I would personally put Wolfie as the best player on this Bishop's team,
Yeah,
even though they're crap.
Kinetic is railing us in chat saying that we're not talking bad enough about the Bishops, and you know it's kind of hard to talk bad about them when they were actually playing well. As Spork, you know, he couldn't make a touch, couldn't even think about making that one. Blazing, he's panicking in the net, somehow manages to touch the ball. Spork, he's up. Luckily beats the defender as they're finally transitioning their way back down the field. The first minute and a half was just seeming to be luck. As here's Greenglow, Spork, a measly touch. And all of the players here for Bishops are panicking quite a bit. And Greenglow rushing in now. Good 50 up top. Reed up early. Dunking out Fusion. As Rockerman will try and collect this one off the side while getting a touch to the middle. Green up, but no way he could put that one on. Fusion whiffing out. The entire Bishops team can't seem to touch the ball at the moment. But, I mean, I tried to notch it up a little bit there, Biscuit, but Bishops, they seem somewhat competent.
I don't know. We really want to go back to their first 3 or 4 missed open nets like the bots they are. Then, they should have scored on Ascension, but they're just so bad that open nets are too hard for them, and they really need to figure it out or it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Micro. Full series caster bias is a little sus as Bishops somehow miraculously make a play in front of their own net. They're scrambling like red ants out of a hill, just looking to attack something, but they're attacking each other more often than not. As everybody on zero boost, Spork panicking in the midfield, dishing it straight over to Reed. As Fusion, a bit of a lucky pre-flip. I didn't look like he quite had that. But one way or another, this scrappy play from Bishops, they're not looking good at all, but they're keeping themselves in it at the moment.
And there went another open net. They couldn't score it. They couldn't do it. Rockerman said, "Here's a free gift," and I'm pretty sure it was Spork or somebody just said, "Nah, I'll roll it back to you for a free save. I don't need the goal apparently."
Yeah, I mean, Micro saying Rook's best team in prospect, and he just says I can't be biased. I am going to be biased right now, Micro. Rooks is not best team. They just got clapped by Origin, and I think Origin had a novice sub in, so I don't know about that one.
I see. Oh, here's another open
Anyways,
net.
the
They'll
net
probably miss.
finally opened, and somehow the Bishops are able to finally score. It only took them, I don't even know how many opportunities. It took them 8 opportunities to try and get this one in, and
Yeah.
with that, it was only 38 miles per hour.
And finally, Rockerman being the generous, great owner of the league he is, him and his team just trying to give Bishops a chance, and it took him long enough free shots and goals, but finally put it
Oh,
in. Damn it, Rockerman.
okay. I really wish the caster bias was on Rockerman's side because I would have loved to flame him right there. Or maybe we just go rogue and we go, we just talk bad about both teams.
Everybody,
That
both
would be the
teams.
ideal situation. I could do that.
I know you
Micro's
can.
calling me plat in the chat. I gotta go at everybody apparently.
I remember what you said to me after my finals last season.
As
Oh my,
trying to get a
no.
last-second opportunity. This one just might roll in, and it will! At basically 0 seconds, and Bishops, they fall apart at the very end. Checkmate.
Rocker Man with the long field roller just sends it in, and Bishops, like the usual, can't play defense and just let him score. 1 second left. Couldn't seal the game somehow.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go rogue. We're just gonna talk bad about everybody. I refuse to talk bad about Spork and Blazing. I don't know much about Fusion, but I'm just gonna talk bad about everybody. Just because why not?
He's off the
No,
chain.
it's bias with no bias.
It's just full bias. Not.
Yeah. So there's Rockerman and Green Glow absolutely flailing in the midfield. Bishops returning fire, but straight at Reed. As Green Glow up again. Both teams looking extremely sloppy with their sack of rocks, aerials, everybody flopping in the midfield. Rockerman trying to pass. He's on Green Glow's ass, just chasing him. Pre-flip, but Blazing will send it away with not much pace. As here's Rockerman trying to get a 50, but couldn't muscle his way through even with that extra weight he's got on that bad boy F-150. And the net actually
Oh.
open, and Rockerman, he tried to steal it to get the stat pads, but everybody knows he's not the carry.
Yeah, and just the whole Bishop's team deciding to leave the net there for Reed, and Reed taking advantage, puts it in, puts the game away, essentially winning like we expected. But honestly, Bishop should have won that game overall if they could have just put a ball in the net half the time.
Yeah, and Ascension actually did rack up the shots in the last few minutes there. They ended up at 13, and Bishops were dominating for a short period of time, but I don't quite know what the chess terminology is, but they left their left their back end open and just
They got
allowed
back.
Rockerman to take advantage of them.
Yeah, they got back ranked. I believe is the proper chess term.
All
That's,
right, they've been back ranked. They left their thing open, and
they left their C file open and just got
yeah,
destroyed. I got you.
yeah, honestly. But we'll have to see if the Bishops can come back again.
We got to see if either
Um,
team can even score at this point without getting a free
yeah,
net.
there's too many shots on the board here for either team to look somewhat successful, but it's honestly hard to say. But
Yeah.
Micro wants more. Or I don't know. I don't. Micro's being very. Micro's calling me out a lot, but
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
should
I'm just
ban
gonna
him. Your
continue to talk
management
bad
ban
about
him.
Rockerman and everybody else.
Management abuse.
But, yeah, management discretion. It's Reed passing over to Rockerman. Rockerman trying to get it back, but just the shot not there. This one being pounded into the blue half, straight over to Fusion. Nobody seeming to find any possession here as Reed almost own goaling and off of Spork. Not what we wanted to see there. As this is continuing to just be a sloppy series, both in the commentary and in gameplay. I just hate these caster biases. Although here's Fusion getting shut down off the ceiling shot. And we only got one shot on the board so far in the first minute, so a little bit of the antithesis of the first game there.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if either team even knows how to dribble the ball, to be honest with you, Bagels. It's just a lot of boomers and missed balls that somehow lead to goals. No one's even tried to take control yet. And I'm not counting this as control because Reed just whiffs on the ball and
Oh!
Fusion gets a shot.
And Rockerman, he maybe had an opportunity there, but side flipped. I'm not quite sure if he was going to get that one anyway.
Nah, he's too slow.
Yeah, just too slow as there's a scuffle in the midfield. Double commits galore. Spork getting dunked out straight over to Rockerman, but he can't put the shot on. And Spork muscling his way through two. As here's Green Glow getting bumped off the ball himself and just kind of sus gameplay all around, but Rockerman will try and get some pressure off this as Green racing in, looking for some sort of opportunity, pre-flipping out, but Reed couldn't get there in time. And Bishops continuing to just run amok on their own side of the field and try and give Ascension an opportunity, but Ascension can't find a shot either. They're sitting at 0.
Are they really? Oh my! I can't put a ball towards the net right now. Wow, that is actually
Reed's got
surprising.
10 points. Although he's finally going to put one on here. But of course it
Farmington.
goes crossbar. He can't find his own top. He got 3 touches in a row and he still can't put one on net. But it's still in this orange half. Green trying to put one on still. Rockerman just absolutely floating one on net. That wasn't going to be dangerous. Reed can't find the accuracy yet again. Blazing Cubs flying out of the net. And actually, this could end up being an opportunity as Reed luckily able to get that one into his own corner. And Spork, good 50. And now, pressure coming its way on the other side. Blazing, a little bit of an awkward shot. I think he wanted a little bit more out of that opportunity, but Spork, he comes charging in. And, you know, it was ugly, but it worked.
Yeah, just a double commit out of Ascension, and then Fusion just missing the net because why not? And Sport making the read off the post. And honestly, when Rockerman's on the top of the leaderboard for Ascension, there's something wrong and it needs to be fixed.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, but Reed has been on the red triangle for what seems like minutes. It finally just went away.
He's on the red eye for the night.
Yeah, and Bishops, I'm looking for something to talk bad about them, but they're continuing to put on opportunities, as ugly and unorganized as their play may be. But now Spork, opposite side, awkward touch. He's actually going to dish it out to the middle, but Rockerman not quite ready for that. As Reed,
I just want to
his
say,
own touch. Yeah, go for it.
Bishops have passed Rockerman the ball 2 or 3 times so far for an open shot, and he's hit it to the side. I just wanted to put it out there. I don't know if we've all also noticed that, but since we're doing full bias on everybody, I want to
One
call
just
him out.
happened right there too.
Yeah, they just keep passing the ball, and he just keeps clearing it for him. He's like the imposter right now. He's 4th imposter for Ascension, and they need to figure it out.
Yeah, it definitely is. Rockerman actually muscling his way past 2, but Spork in his own corner, just dishing it straight back over to Rockerman. Maybe he can finally be productive, and it is a slow roller, but some momentum towards the Ascension side.
Yeah, a big slow roller. Rockerman put it off the backboard, and Gringo, I thought he dunked somebody, but no, they both just missed, and he rolled it in.
It was almost like an aerial display of idiocy. Everybody just went up and nobody touched the ball. So, I mean, somehow Ascension able to score. We're going to have 1 minute to find another, and the demo coming out in the net, and a quick response to tie it up. And Bishops, they could easily throw this one away.
Man, Rockerman doing what Rockerman does best. Just don't even try to touch the ball, Rockerman. Just demo somebody in net and let Gringo do everything.
Yeah, indeed, as here's Green off the kickoff, finding some more pressure. Blazing up. Over to Fusion, and he's going to actually almost sneak that one in there. And again, accuracy. Bishops just cannot seem to find the net when it matters most. As Fusion, low boost. His last back, but able to worm its way out. As Blazing, he's up, but he can't even find the touch, and you cannot let Rockerman double on you.
I didn't know Rockerman could double.
It was a sloppy double, but...
Yeah, he used his whole undercarriage. He made sure to use every inch of that. But please take that. Rockerman talking big.
Yeah, it makes you wonder sometimes.
Really makes you think.
As there's Fusion looking for a pass in the midfield as it bounces off of Reed. Could be an opportunity here for the Bishops. Fusion looking for a double of his own, but again off this crossbar. Blazing Cubs flying in. He can't find the shot either. And even if he made contact, it was going off to the side. In final seconds, Bishops could fall apart again. As a decent 50 coming out, Spork up, but straight into Rockerman, and oh no, don't let him capitalize off that, as Reed is going to put that one top shelf to end the game.
Yeah, you know, it says 4-2 here, but really Bishops just collapsed there in the last 2 minutes, a minute and a half of the game, and just kind of threw that one away. I mean, Ascension played well, but really Bishops had no business losing that game. I don't know how else to describe it. It blows my mind what's going on here.
They really didn't. They really dropped the ball. They left their back, whatever the heck you were talking about, open, and they let the queen and the pawns. They just let everybody just stomp all over him.
They let all the homies come to
And
the gangbang.
yeah, honestly. And now they're going to be sitting in a reverse sweep opportunity. And I mean, it honestly seems like, I mean, us talking crap about them aside, it honestly seems like they're playing way better than they were against the Papayas on Monday, but they're just going up against a slightly tougher opponent, even if that opponent's name is Rocker Man.
Did you just call Rocket Man
Um,
tough?
a slightly tougher opponent.
So, okay,
It's
okay,
like
just making
he's like
sure.
he's like a sunflower. But we are going to be headed into game 3 here. Can the Bishops, who've let everybody stomp all over them so far, the entire Ascension roster's gotten involved at one point or another, or will Rockerman get some sloppy doubles and Green will carry them? Who's to say?
Probably the latter. Let's be honest.
As here's Green looking for a pass over to Rockerman, but he rotated out a little bit too early. Off the backboard, Reed apparently pre-jumping, but not even close to finding contact, as a scuffle in the midfield is going to leave this one back onto the Ascension half, as nobody wanted to touch the ball. And they're going to leave their back end open again, but Fusion racing back just in time. I mean, I don't know what's going on with this Bishop's rotation right here.
I don't know if you can call it a rotation at this point. It's more like a ball chase patient.
I mean, you know when you make all the wrong moves and you do the chess analysis afterwards? I
Yeah,
mean, they're just blundering left and right now.
yeah, it's just full blunders left and right. They're not even looking for a checkmate. They're just looking for a move that doesn't make them lose.
Yeah, they are playing a bit scared at this point, and I don't blame them, sitting down 2-0 in the series. But a good clear coming out there, but Rockerman will shut it down at the midfield. As Rockerman being a bully, trying to be as bullyish as a sunflower can be. As Reed passing it straight over to Fusion, looking for the backboard Reed, but Green shutting that one down early. And again, they're leaving their back foot open. Or what the hell was that word again you were saying?
Back rank.
Back rank. They're leaving the back rank open, and they just haven't gotten punished on it since the end of game 1 there. But it honestly just looks like the Ascension roster is fooling around at the moment. There's been multiple pre-jumps coming out, and the rotation from them is sloppy. But one way or another, Bishops, they don't have any shots, but they're still tied up at the moment, as Green is just looking to get as many touches as he can. And he actually lands on the ball. Another good fit. Dishing it to the middle. Blazin comes charging in, but nobody could find the shot. Rockerman, he will finally break the scoreless tie. And Bishops, it ain't looking good.
It isn't looking good. And every time Green goes up in the air, no Bishop player seems to want to challenge him. It's just like they watch him in awe. Like, oh, you're
They're
agile,
watching.
buddy. Oh, wow, so cool. Like, I know everyone out here, some way, shape, or form, can at least, like, jump off a wall and hit a ball, like, in a slight air dribble. Maybe not a perfect air dribble, but everyone here should be able to jump an aerial. I've seen everyone do it. But for some reason, Green touches it, and Bishops are just like, nah, we're going to watch.
Oh my.
Oh, they got back rank.
As Rockerman tried to dribble. He tried to dribble, but
That's
now
where he
the
fucked
back
up.
rank open on the other side.
And Rocker Man, if you're Ascension, that's not what you like to see, right? Rocker Man attempting to dribble. Like, I don't know why Green Glow trusted that enough to go for boost, but I know I wouldn't have.
Yeah, I played drop shot earlier with Rockerman. He tried to dribble and he got 50 left and right. But either way, it's going to allow Bishops back into the game, and they will sneak one by right there.
Yeah, and right now, that all that screwing around that Ascension seem to be doing, it might bite him in the butt. You don't want to give a team momentum. I mean, it's not like really either team here has been dominating in any of the first 2 games, and they let Bishops get going. It could get bad for Ascension.
It could, but opportunity off the kickoff. As a double commit coming out, there was plenty of time for one of those Ascension players to figure out who was going. And whiffs and backflips galore from the Bishops will allow the net to be open as Sporky's flying in another double commit. And actually, Bishops might be able to score off this, and they just are going to do so. And I don't know what they're doing.
I just want to say this for Green. That is the worst feeling you could ever have. You had 99% of the goal to shoot at, and you pick the 1% the guy's pre-jumping in and put it right in his face and then get counterattacked, I guess we'll call it that, by Bishops for a goal.
I wouldn't even call it a pre-jump. He was like a flailing baby
Flailing what?
that got dropped by his baby.
Ah, baby. You cut out when you said baby.
Yeah, he got flailing baby that got dropped by his mom, dude. But either way, Bishops, babies or not, they are going to be in control of this game 3. Spork up off the backboard, but Green sending that one away. As Rockerman charging in, trying to make up for his past mistakes. Demo comes out, but still not able to put that one in. Opposite side, Spork off the backboard. Fusion is pre-jumped. Found the touch, but not nearly on target.
There goes Rockerman trying to dribble again.
And here comes 2 Bishops players flailing again. Nobody found the ball. And Ascension, they're trying so hard to put this one in, and a slow roller from Rockerman will get them their second.
Rockerman really had to focus in on this one. A little sus. I mean, should have hit it with some more power to make sure we were confident in your play, Rockerman. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'd honestly argue that the Ascension roster is looking more sus than this Bishops one at the moment.
Well,
even though the double commits and whiffs are coming out. But Blazing in the mid, kind of stumbling on the back while trying to retain possession. Still getting a 50, but Reed coming up with the save. Green hunting for that demo, but leaving the net open was Rockerman. Not sure where he was going. As the triple commit slightly coming out. Green looking for the 50. Blazing putting one on, but not quite enough power.
No.
Oh no. They've left the back rank open again, Biscuit.
Dude, the back rank is just OP right now for both teams. Everyone just over-committing like hell on offense, dude. It's like the ball gets to the other team's half, and the team on offense is like, we need to stay over here. Nobody protect the goal. It's like hockey. It's when they send the goalie out trying to score, but they were up a goal. You didn't need to send the goalie out there, Bishops. What are you doing?
That was the 3rd time Rockerman's done that in this series, and it just hurts to watch. It just hurts to watch if you're the Bishops when you got Rockerman dunking on you like that in the F-150, and it's going to happen again in the final seconds. Where's the follow-up? Nobody was there. That would have been just an absolute travesty if someone from Ascension was able to put that one away.
Just 150 away every time, it feels like, for both teams.
Just the dunks are strong in this series. As here's the Bishops. Rockerman.
Rank open. Oh, Reed.
Open. No way. This is still going to go in. But Sporky found it. If Reed didn't whiff in the midfield, that could have easily been the series for Ascension. As all of Bishops retreating away, cowering in defense. Trying to let the Knights, the Rooks, somebody come up and support them. As there's another double commit. Net open again, but Reed, he couldn't find the shot. He's hit that left side about 3 times in this game. Green up early off the backboard again. Spork flailing around. Maybe he got dropped by his mother a 2nd time. Hard to say. But here's Fusion. He's going to put one on. Rockerman staying calm and collected in front of the net after that good save coming out from Reed right there.
I thought Rockerman was going to own goal. Not going to lie.
I was hoping for it.
I was going to flame him. He was going to lose every ounce of respect he ever had for me, which is very little.
Yeah. Here's Spork. A little bit of a flick in front of his net, but once again, Rockerman playing patient, looking for a pass in the middle, getting dunked away. But Green off the corner. And again, the follow-up not there. Getting his own corner boost, but straight over to Blazing. Who's looking for a pass in the middle, off the ceiling. Rockerman almost home goaling again, but will find the save. And once again, the back rank is open. All Reed has to do is put a shot on. But perhaps he didn't have enough boost, and Rockerman will take it away onto his own side again. And you think after happening 3 times they would know by now, right?
You would think eventually you would just stop like leaving your net open, but apparently for these teams, both sides, a little less Ascension right now. Not protecting your net's the least important thing in the world, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, do or die overtime, playoff hopes on the line. Bishops leaving the net open doesn't make sense, but they've lasted this long in the overtime, so might be able to score. As another double commit, Spork bouncing it off his own teammate. Interesting strategy, but has worked so far. Green almost
So
getting
you
it
got
past that
challenged
final
in the air
defender.
ish.
Yeah, I mean, somebody wasn't cowering for once and they challenged him early. May have gotten beat. But all you gotta do is just gotta get a touch on it sometimes. As Reed backflipping, everybody whiffing, and oh no, the Bishops will fall prey to this. I don't even know what this play was.
Yeah, Blazing just really waited for forever there to just challenge the ball. I mean, like, go, young man. Don't let him just shoot at you.
Yeah, and I mean now that the series is over, we can stop talking bad about Bishops. Primarily, we switched over to Ascension just because it was more fun. But um, once again, Bishops they take another loss here, but it's just they have these glimpses where they look like they could be a playoff caliber team, and they just fall short time and time again when they're sitting in the driver's seat.
Yeah, honestly, Bishops were winning like it felt like even when there wasn't like score was tied, but Bishops were like winning like 60-70% of the time in this series. They just couldn't finish.
Yeah, and I mean, granted, Ascension was kind of it definitely looked like they were messing around a lot in that game 3.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, either way, that was it. Really did seem like Bishop's series to lose. They had leads, and I think
Pressure and
every
everything.
single game.
Yeah, beginning of game one. I mean, that probably should have been our tell that they might not show up because they had what 3 or 4 looks at an open net and botched all of them. Like that just kind of sums up the whole series. And this isn't even crap talking. I mean, they were just that close, like finishing your shots, finishing your plays, and earning your goals. It's all you have to do to win that series. And if they do that, this whole series could have been flipped on its head, and Ascension could have walked away swept.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, don't worry, I'll be down in a second as I'm getting called to dinner. Um,
Take me with what you have.
you know what? Maybe sometime. If we didn't live, however many states away, could be a possibility. But yeah, I mean, on top of that though, Ascension, they honestly had a lot of lucky plays. They had a lot of interesting dunks, pinches that led to their victory. But either way, Ascension come away with the sweep. But I wouldn't be too confident if I were them, especially the way Flame just played in the series prior and the way Race have been playing lately. But like we said earlier, it could be anybody's championship to win here.
Any team could take Challenger this season, which is exciting to see. Makes it a little more exciting going into playoffs compared to last season. Cough, cough, Drakes.
Yeah, but that will do it for us tonight. I mean, we had a game 5 series as the first one on, but unfortunately, the last 2 were sweeps, both in the Challenger League. But that's gonna do it from us. Any final words, Biscuit?
Thank you everyone for coming out and watching that gameplay, and see you guys Saturday.
And display of performance indeed.
I'm not.
And we will catch y'all Saturday for some hopefully better matchups. My team will be playing. I will not be there, but regardless, we are gonna have 3 good matchups for you on Saturday, and we'll catch y'all then.